we do have a great school district. I get to see some of those successes every day in my classroom, and it really is a great opportunity to work with the students of Beloit and to be able to give them a quality education and really make sure that we keep that going here in Beloit. Our next speaker is Randall Upton, who is president of the Beloit Chamber of Commerce. Randall?
Thank you, Tim. I'm going to have to start off. First of all, I want to recognize the people in the audience who represent the business community. I'm here going to make some comments about the value of public education to economic development and what is happening within this region, and in particular, the Beloit School District. First of all, you have Rick Barter. Rick, would you stand up? I know you don't want to, but I'm going to get you. Rick is the co-chair of the Business Education Partnership Committee that he represents the Greater Beloit Economic Development Corporation. And together with the GBEDC and the Greater Beloit Chamber, we have an organization that's comprised of representatives of the school district. Barb is pretty much the primary representative of the school district, and the business community. We see that they organize all types of programs within the school district to help students understand what it's going to be like to get into the private sector. And then Larry Bergen is here. Larry is actually the chair. This is the chair of the Greater Beloit Chamber of Commerce. The reason I want them to be introduced is that the chamber's position, we have not taken a position. And there's a reason for that. We have a process in place, and before we take any resolution or position on a matter, we have to make sure that there's a clearly positive or negative financial impact on the chamber and its members. But that doesn't mean that this organization and the Greater Beloit Economic Development Corporation have not been incredibly involved in support for public education, not just in the Beloit School District, but also in the 6 school districts that are the other 5 school districts, which are what we call within the 10-mile city. People say, what is the Greater Beloit area? Well, if you take a 10-mile radius from my office, which is downtown, it'll incorporate the Parkview School District, School District of Beloit, School District of Beloit-Turner, Clinton Community School District, South Beloit School District 320, and Hononegah School District. And the thing that we in the business community really understand is the need to have quality education at the public level. When John is quoting the Wall Street Journal, I have to give a little personal thing. When I've served with Rick on the strategic plan for the school district. I was appointed to the committee actually a month before I started my job in January of 2010. And we had put in an incredible amount of time trying to develop the processes, analyzing exactly what we need to do to bring the standards of public education, particularly the Beloit system, up to date. And on a personal level, I will say that when I saw that Beloit was sort of tarred as a failing school district, that hurt me, because I have been very fortunate to work with some incredible business leaders who represent Beloit 2020, Beloit 2000, GBEDC, the Greater Beloit Chamber, in really working to lift this city up. It has done an incredible job with the physical attributes of the city. This is not something that just happens. It happens with hard work. And when you have Beloit referenced in any of the publications in the state or the Wall Street Journal, think about what that does to our ability to attract business. What does it do to our ability to retain business? Education is important, and I think that what we have done in the business community really needs to be pointed out, and we have to compliment the School District of Beloit for some of the work it is doing. Let me just be in particular. The Chamber is not just an organization of networking among our businesses. In fact, we have our own strategic plan. And let me read to you what our vision statement is. Contribute to an enhanced quality of life in the state line area with improvements in education, housing, and wellness. Those are critical components to making sure that everybody here has a job and that we have a quality of life. And when you talk about commitment of businesses, I spent this morning up at the Pontiac Center in Janesville. There was a job fair on there. 70 businesses were up, 1,000 positions are available. And there were about 1,200 people who came through. One of the biggest problems we find is that there's a skills gap between the skills that people in the workforce or potential workers have and the skills that are required in the jobs. So what's happening in the Beloit School District is incredible in terms of the work that's being done in these committees that Steve has mentioned. You have something called technology and engineering education. There are, I wrote them down, there's about, forget the numbers, I wrote them down. Tech Ed advisory boards. These are representatives of our businesses in 7 major areas who are working with the school district to ensure that the students have an opportunity to understand that there are career paths available to them other than college. And by working with the local employers, we're able to identify the skills that are needed and to help those students get the skills that are necessary before they go on for Black Hawk Tech or wherever. We have a company in the area that is working with the school district to identify students who have promise in welding. That company is going to take those students who go through the program with I think it's about what's the value of the CNC machines that have been donated? Okay, $40,000 so far in terms of redeveloping the whole area. And he has indicated that he will pay for the education at Black Hawk Tech and then give them employment. I've got 2 more minutes. In the Tech Ed Advisory Board, and this is important to understand because this is what is happening in Beloit. And as I say, I'm just going to talk about our support of public education. In the building construction industry, there are 25 companies in Beloit, Clinton, and Janesville who are serving on the advisory committee. Cabinetry and millwork, 12 companies. Welding, 4 companies. Machining, 6. Graphic communications, 25 companies. Digital media, 20 companies, and they're setting something up in engineering. So it's quite clear that the relationship that is developing between the business community and the School District of Beloit is incredibly strong. This year's Business Education Summit, which is going to take place in August, is going to concentrate on workforce development. We are now exposing a number of businesses and the School District of Beloit to something called Inspire Wisconsin, which is designed to assist students at the early level in middle school, identify what career paths they might be interested in, coordinate their interests with local employers so that the local employers can be able to evaluate and work with them to try to make sure that if they wish a technical career, that they understand how things are supposed to go. So even though I stand up here with the Chamber not having taken a position, and I tell you what, we've had some interesting meetings. We've had Steve McNeil make a presentation, and one of the most interesting presentations was done by Robin Voss. He wanted to come and speak to the Chamber, and we listened to Mr. Voss, we listened to Mr. McNeil. He's actually ex officio on our board. I would like to point out that the School District of South Beloit, Beloit Turner, and Beloit are all members of the Chamber. So we are very, very committed. Is that 5 seconds? 5 seconds? Okay. Listen, it's been great talking to you. At least they can kick me off. I was amazed that you were told that your time was up. That was really amazing. Oh, I need to wrap up. Okay. Well, no. So I wanted to tell you that although the Chamber has not taken a position, probably won't take a position, I just want to take the opportunity, and I told that to Tim, I said, I'm not going to stand up and take a position, but I will stand up and talk about the commitment that the business community has to public education in this area, to the schools that are in this area, and particularly to the School District of Beloit, which from my standpoint, having served on that strategic planning committee, having spent 3.5 years working on all sorts of issues on public education, this place is doing very well. I will summarize. I took a school tour the other day. Rick arranged it, and one of the companies sent 3 of their people. I'd like to read what it says. I'd like to extend gratitude for allowing us the exclusive opportunity to learn more about the cutting-edge educational opportunities available through the School District of Beloit and Beloit Memorial High School specifically. The literacy programs and coursework, career and technical education platform, and 5-block schedule were the 3 points that stood out the most for me. The intervention periods were equally interested and inspiring as we move Beloit forward. Thank you for your continued dedication to our great city and creating opportunities for tomorrow's leader. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to make another commitment on behalf of the private sector to the great city of Beloit, the great school districts that are in the region, and specifically tonight, the School District of Beloit. Thank you.